I never thought I'd find myself in a situation where my heart would race with the thrill of something forbidden. Yet here I am, caught in the tangled web of an unexpected second chance. It all started during a weekend getaway with my best friend's brother, Marcus, an older man, twice my age, known to me as her protective, reserved sibling. I had always admired him from afar, respecting the boundaries of our friendship, convinced that some doors should remain closed. But that weekend, everything changed. We were left alone in the cabin, the fire flickering softly, casting shadows on the wooden walls. I remember the way he looked at me, soft, questioning, a hint of vulnerability in his eyes, and how my own breath hitched when our fingers accidentally brushed while passing a glass. That tiny touch ignited a spark I couldn't ignore, and suddenly the air between us felt charged, dangerous. We both sensed it, that unspoken tension that demanded to be acknowledged, yet we hesitated, wary of what it might mean to cross the line. As the night deepened, our conversation grew more intimate, revealing layers of longing neither of us had intended to expose. I felt his gaze lingering longer, the way his voice softened when he spoke about life, loss, and loneliness. I was acutely aware of the scent of cedar and coffee on his skin, the warmth of his proximity making my skin flush. Every stolen glance, every accidental touch became a silent confession, and in that moment I realized I was no longer just a woman with a secret crush. This was something much more dangerous, something I knew I shouldn't pursue, yet couldn't resist. If this confession has you holding your breath, if you're about to unravel what happens next, hit like and share, because I promise the story is only beginning. And you won't believe what unfolds. The next morning, as dawn broke through the misty windows, I awoke with a pounding heart and 1,000 questions. How did I let it get this far? Was it the loneliness I masked with routines and responsibilities? Or was it something deeper, a craving I buried beneath layers of stability? My life was simple but secure. A fulfilling career as a graphic designer, a loving husband who was my best friend, and a circle of close friends I cherished. I loved my life. Yet there was always a part of me that wondered if I was missing out on something more, something raw, real, and unfiltered. Marcus's presence in my life had always been a quiet comfort, a steadying force that I admired from a respectful distance. But that weekend changed everything. When I returned home, the familiar sounds of my house, the clatter of dishes, the hum of the refrigerator, the distant laughter of my husband felt hollow. I kept replaying that night, the way his hand brushed against mine, the huskiness in his voice when he whispered my name. My skin still tingled from the memory. I felt a mixture of guilt and exhilaration, a dangerous cocktail that pushed me to question everything I thought I knew about love and loyalty. The days that followed were a blur of secret glances, stolen moments, and restless nights. I found myself drawn to the memory of his touch, craving the forbidden thrill of what might be. Sometimes, late at night, I imagined what would happen if I gave in completely, if I let go of my fears and embraced the passion that had awakened within me. I knew it was wrong. My best friend's brother, her protector, her confidant, and yet the pull was undeniable. I sensed that Marcus felt the same, his silence heavy with unspoken desire. I wondered if he thought about me when he was alone, if the same longing haunted his dreams. One evening, after a long day of pretending everything was normal, I received a message from him. "Can we talk?" My heart skipped a beat. I knew I shouldn't respond, that I should block the feelings and walk away. But instead, I replied softly, "Yes." That simple word set in motion a chain of events I couldn't control. As we met in a quiet cafe the next day, the air between us was thick with tension. His eyes searched mine, trying to gauge if I was willing to cross the line. I felt my cheeks flush, my pulse pounding in my ears. We talked about life, about loneliness, about the fears that kept us from being truly free. Our conversation drifted effortlessly into confession, vulnerability spilling out like a pent-up storm. And then, unexpectedly, he reached out and took my hand in his. The touch was electric, sending a jolt straight through my core. I looked into his eyes and saw a reflection of my own longing, a mirror of suppressed desire that refused to be ignored. I knew I was risking everything, my marriage, my friendship, my peace of mind. But in that moment, I made a choice to embrace the forbidden, to chase the happiness I've long denied myself. If this story has you on the edge of your seat, if you're wondering what happens next, remember, sometimes life offers us second chances when we least expect them. Perhaps this is mine, a chance to discover if love can bloom in the shadows, if passion can survive the glare of truth. I can tell you this, Marcus and I have begun to explore what it means to truly feel alive, to listen to our hearts rather than the rules we've been taught. Every touch, every glance feels like a secret rebellion against the world's expectations. We are walking a tightrope, balancing on the edge of what is right and what feels so inherently right in our souls. I don't know where this path will lead, but I do know that I've finally found a love that awakens my spirit, a love I thought was lost forever, buried beneath years of routine and compromise. It's a journey of healing, of rediscovery, and of daring to believe in second chances. If you crave more raw, emotional confessions like mine, please like, share, and subscribe. Your next chapter awaits, full of hope, heartache, and ultimately the possibility of true love.